Hello students, hope you all doing well. So here I'm Galgi Pamar, Assistant Professor BBA in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. So here I'm back with an online lecture series on company account subject. So let's start with lecture. See, in last few lectures, in last two lectures, we are discussing about banking company accounts, and we in last lecture we have discussed the non-provision for non-performing assets. Okay, so in today's lecture, we are going to start new topic from banking company accounts, and we will discuss the format of P&L and balance sheet for banking company. Okay, so let's start the lecture. Yes, let me show you the format. Yes. See. So first we will see we will prepare the preparation of we will see the preparation of P&L account. So a fixed format is given by RBI to prepare the P&L account to the banking company. Okay. So RBI has prescribed the format of P&L account to be prepared by the bank, and such format is as follows. So see what is the format of P&L account according to RBI. So first, incomes will be write down. So income, in income, interest incomes and other incomes. So schedule number 13 and 14. Now, in interest earned, which income will be included, and in other income, which income will be included. So let's see the schedule number 13 and 14. So let's see. In schedule number 13, interest earned. So interest and this which interest incomes will be included in this interest and discount earned, interest from balance with RBI, interest on loan to other banks, income of investment, and other interest income will be included in interest earned in schedule 30. Okay, so when you will prepare this format, first you have to prepare schedule number 13 in working notes, schedule number 14, 15, and so on. Okay, but practical question is not relevant for your syllabus. For you at BBA level, only format is relevant for you. Okay, so first interest earned in interest, we will include these terms or these interests. Okay, now let's talk about schedule number 14. What we will include in schedule number 14? Schedule number 14 name is other income. So which kind of income we will include in this? Commission, exchange and brokerage, profit and loss on sale of investment, profit or loss on revaluation of investment, profit or loss on sale of fixed assets, profit or loss on exchange transactions, foreign currency, and other incomes. Okay, we will include all these income in other incomes, and the total we will total all these terms. We will add on all these terms, and the total of that will be written in this format here. Okay, then this is the total income of bank. Now we will start work on expenditure. Okay, we will start to record the expenditure. Now in expenditure, interest expenses and operating expenses and provisions we will write. So for interest expenses we will prepare schedule number 15, and for operating expenses we will prepare schedule number 16. So let's see what is the schedule number 15 and 16. So in schedule number 15, in interest expenses, we will include interest on deposits, interest on loans from RBI, other banks and other institutions, other interest expenses we will add. Okay, and the total amount will be written in the format of P&L. Now, schedule number 16. In schedule number 16, all the operating expenses will be write down. So, what is the other expenses? See, payment to and provision to employees, rent, rates and taxes, printing and stationery, advertising, depreciation, directors' fees, auditors' fees, law charges, postage, repair and maintenance, insurance, and other expenses. So these all expenditure will be included in operating expense, and the total amount of these expenditure we will write in P&L account here. Okay, here we will write all the operating expenses. Now, provisions, about provisions. So we have already discussed about provision in our last lecture, provision for NPA and other provisions. So all these provisions we will calculate under working note, and then the total amount that provision will be write down here. Okay. now total A and total B. We will do the total of income and we will do the total of expenditure at the same time. Now the profit and loss will be income minus expenditure will be profit and loss. And then carry forward profit. That means the profit which came from last year. Then we will write down that carry forward profit. Then we will add on opening balance of profit. Total profit will be we will write here. Okay. After that we will do some appropriations. Like if we transfer some we will transfer some amount of profit in stationery reserve. That will be 25% of current year's profit. Okay. Then we will transfer to general reserve and other reserves. Post dividend we will give the dividend or propose the dividend. We will propose the dividend. Then closing balance of P&L will be write down here. The balancing figure amount that will be there, and the total will be. So this is the fixed format for P&L account. Okay. So only format is relevant for you. No practical question, no other numerical question is relevant for your exam. Okay. Yes. So this is the format of P&L. Now let's talk about yes. आपके माइंड में क्वेश्चन रेज हुआ होगा कि P&L का शेड्यूल हमने 13 से क्यों स्टार्ट किया 13, 14, 15 सी हियर हमने जो शेड्यूल स्टार्ट किए शेड्यूल नंबर वो 13 से स्टार्ट किया. 13 से पहले के शेड्यूल कहाँ है? सो 13 से पहले के शेड्यूल आपको मिलेंगे बैलेंस शीट में. सो लेट्स सी द फॉर्मेट ऑफ बैलेंस शीट. ओके, let me show you. Yes, see, form B is for P&L and form A is for balance sheet. Okay, so preparation of balance sheet of banking company. The format of balance sheet of banking company has been given in form A, and such format is as follows. So first we will write down all the liabilities, then we will write down all the assets. So for liabilities, first we will write share capital. Okay, for that we will prepare schedule number 1. So see, in schedule number 1, which kind of share capital you will write? Authorized share capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, called out capital less calls in arrear plus share forfeited. The resultant amount will be paid up share capital, and that amount, total amount, will be right in balance sheet in here. Okay. Then second is reserve and surplus. For reserve and surplus, we will prepare schedule number 2. So let's see what is schedule number 2. Schedule number 2 is reserve and surplus. The statutory reserve is there, capital reserve, shares premium, journal reserve, and P&L. These all amount will be write down in the reserve and surplus, and the total will be write down in balance sheet reserve under the heading reserve and surplus. Okay. Then in third schedule we will write deposits. So which kind of deposit will be included in schedule 3? Let's see. Demand deposit, saving bank deposit, and term deposit will be included in deposits. Okay. Then next is in format C. Next is borrowings. In schedule 4 we will write all the borrowings. So which kind of borrowings will be included in schedule 4? So let's see. In schedule 4, these kind of provisions, borrowings will be included. Borrowings from RBI, borrowings from other bank, and borrowings from other financial institutions. Okay, the whole amount of that will be write down in balance sheet schedule number 4. Okay, then other liabilities and provisions. So what we will include in other liabilities and provisions? For that we have to check schedule number 5. So see, schedule number 5, other liabilities and provisions, bills payable, inter-office adjustment, only credit balance, outstanding expenses and provisions, etc. All these will be included in other liabilities and provisions, and we will write other liabilities and provisions here in balance sheet. Okay, here in schedule 5 we will write all the amount of other liabilities and provisions in that. Now we will add all these, and total there will be total of liability. Now let's talk about assets. So see, in assets, cash in hand and balance with RBI. So first we will write cash in hand and balance with RBI in schedule 6. So see what is the schedule 6. So in schedule 6 we will write cash in hand and balance with RBI will write, and we will add these two terms, and total will be written in balance sheet. Okay. Then next assets is balance with other banks, money at call and short notice. Schedule number 7. So see schedule number 7. What is schedule number 7? Schedule number 7 is balanced with other banks, money and call and short notice. So balance with bank and money, call and short notice. These amount will be write down in schedule number 7. Okay. Then next is schedule number 8, that is investment. So you will write all the investments in schedule number 8. So see which kind of investment will be included in schedule 8. In schedule 8, government securities, other approved securities, shares, debentures and bonds, subsidiaries and joint ventures, and other gold and silver investment. Investment in gold and silver will also be included in investment. And the total amount will be write down in balance sheet schedule number 8 under the heading investment. So see, the total amount will be write down here. Now next ninth schedule is for advances. So in advances, what will we will include? So in advances, see schedule number 9. Schedule number 9 is this advances. So facility wise, bills purchase and discounted, cash credit and overdraft and term loan. These are the facility that is provided by the bank. So facility wise, we will write all the advances or loans. Okay. Then security wise, secured by tangible assets, secured by bank and government guarantees, and unsecured. We will write these kind of loans or advances here in A category, and we will divide all the advances and loans in two categories. First is facility wise, second is the security wise, and the total of that will be write down in schedule number 9 under advances. See, schedule number 9 advances. Now uh, we will write all the fixed assets under schedule 10. So see which kind of assets will be included in fixed assets. Yes, schedule number 10. So there is there is one another category for the advances, that is location wise, that is advance in India or if any advances are known in outside India. Okay. Now schedule number 10, fixed assets. So premises, land and building, furniture, and all kind of fixed assets will be write down here. Land and building and furniture will be write down here, and the total amount will be write down in fixed assets, schedule number 10. Okay. Now next schedule is other assets in schedule number 11. So see what are the other assets, what assets will be included in other assets. So in other assets, inter-office adjustment, stationery and stamps, non-banking assets taken for recovering of loan, interest accrued and prepaid expenses. All these will be included in other assets, and the total amount will be write down in balance sheet in schedule number 11. Okay. Then next is contingent liability. Next provision, next term, next rule is rule number 12, contingent liabilities. So we will write all the contingent liabilities under schedule 12. So see what is included in contingent liabilities. So claim against bank, note acknowledged as debts, partly paid investments, forward contracts, acceptance endorsements, and guarantees, etc. And total amount will be written down in balance sheet under schedule 12 under the heading contingent liabilities. Okay, so we will add all these terms and will write in contingent contingent liabilities here, and we will write here, and if there is any bills for collection, then we will write all the amount in that, but we will add on all the assets here. Okay, हम सारी assets का यहाँ total कर लेंगे, and that this amount and this amount, the liability amount and this amount must be matched with each other. दोनों एक दूसरे से match करने चाहिए, equal होने चाहिए. और ये जो कंटिजेंट लाइबिलिटीज बिल फॉर कलेक्शन का अमाउंट है, ये आपको टोटल में ऐड नहीं करना है, बस यहाँ पे शो करना है. ओके, मैंने आपको जब अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड पढ़ाया था तो मैंने आपको बताया था कि कंटिजेंट एसेट्स और कंटिजेंट लाइबिलिटीज को कभी बैलेंस शीट में नहीं लिखते, नोट लगा के नीचे बैलेंस शीट के नीचे नोट्स में हम लिखते हैं. ओके, तो यही हमने यहाँ पे किया है कि बैलेंस शीट बना ली, उसके बाद नोट्स में हमने कंटिजेंट लाइबिलिटी और बिल फॉर कलेक्शन लिखा है. ओके, so this is all about your banking company accounts. Okay, so that's it for today's lecture. In next lecture, we will start next topic of your fourth unit and last unit of your fourth unit, that is insurance company accounts. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys.